come to realize that a lot of videos skip over this part, and I thought I'd do some justice to it. You know, I know not everybody has done this before. A lot of you probably have. But there's a big difference in just slapping some pre-made sticks together of brake line that you got from the hardware store and making a proper line that fits and routes correctly and looks right. And I'll bring you in for the steps here of exactly what you need to do to get a good double flare. Now the kit that I'm using is a Blue Point kit, and it came with everything you'll see here other than just the little tubing cutter for cutting the line. But probably one of the coolest things about this is this little cleanup tool here. And when you cut this line, it'll leave kind of a lip on the inside. You don't really want that, not very desirable. You go through and use this tool here and just put it in the end, give it a few twists, and that cleans that up really well and gets you a good starting point. So something to keep in mind there. Next step, get your line chalked up in this thing. Now the tip here is going to be, you use your little die, and this flat end of it, this bottom lip of it, is how tall you want your line to be up out of the tool. You can see I pretty much nailed it first try. No, I'm not that good. I'm just lucky sometimes. So I'll leave that there for now. I like doing this in the vise if you can, but it can be done just freehand under the car. I do them all the time. So first step you want to do is put your die in here. If you didn't see that, it's got the little pointed in there. You put that down in your line. Drop this guy on. Make sure you got it centered up on it. It's pretty well self-centering. And then you just crank this guy down. Give it a few, I'm pulling it out of my vise. A few good turns, seat that die down all the way, back it off. Pop your die out of there, put that back in the kit. Now I do like to go around with this tool again and just clean up kind of any burrs. You can see there's just maybe you can see, little tiny bit of material from the coating. I like to get that all out of there because I don't want any of that to end up in my double flare. There we go. Sufficiently clean. Next step, you just take it and run it down without the die. I like to center the point of that up in the line and then let it bring itself up into place, and it'll center itself on the tool that way. Again, crank this down till it seats out. Back it off, take it off the tool, and you can take your line loose. You're all done. Now probably the first and most important step that I actually skipped, put your fitting on. Luckily, the other end of my line has nothing done to it yet, so this will just slip right on there. There we go. Perfect. So I hope that helps you guys out. Some pretty inexpensive parts to make the repair, and then the tools themselves aren't that expensive either. You can even rent the double flare tool from most auto parts stores. If not, they're inexpensive to buy. The tubing cutter itself to cut the line initially is inexpensive. You can get those at almost any auto parts store or hardware store, and overall it's just a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and you're back on the road driving safe. Like I said, I hope that helps you guys out. I appreciate you checking out the video, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.